So step 24 is very similar to step 16 that we did with the rear shocks, but we're now doing with the front shocks. And I have my components all laid out here. So our 2mm E-rings, our E-clips, we've got 4 of those. We've got the red O-rings, the 3mm O-rings, BB19s, 4 of those, and I'll put a little bit of grease on there ready. I've got the shafts, BB14, the front piston rods, 2 of those, and a little bit of grease on those as well, because that's what we're going to be doing in the next step. We've got, this is V1, we've got W1s, which are over here. We've got the actual shock cylinders, W3s, and a few other components already that I've cut off the same tree, so we can do 24, 25 and 26 all together, so type of thing. But in true fashion, a single step at a time. So much the same as we did in step 16. First things first is the O-rings, the E-clips. Pop the E-clip into place, and we've got to pop that over, and I'll do that there. There we go. Same again on the other one. And the V10 part with the 3 holes I'm using, then an E-ring, an E-clip, and you need a little pair of pliers here just to get this one on. Here we are. Same again. Here we are. Then we take the shock body, 2 O-rings, on top of the other. W1. Turn it around the other way. Pop those through. Bring them down. And you'll notice no stop here. Take your V1, and this is threaded for us, so thank you Tamiya for threading that for us. There we go. And that's step 24 completed. On to step 25, we need a couple of the oil seal caps. These are the green ones this time. And of course, we need our shock bodies and we need our silicone oil. And much the same as we did with the rears, it's a case of filling this up with oil. And moving this up and down until all the air is expelled. And again, I'm going to use my shock body holder and do these at the same time. So there you go. So I'm going to fill these up, remove the air, and come back to you. So completing the step 25, let's finish off. We've removed all the air. It's now pop the cap on. And again, true fashion as before, popping the cap on will release some of the fluid. Take the W2 cap and screw that into place. And screw that tight. Same again. Should now have our nice little bit of rebound in there. Yeah, perfect. So that is step 25 completed. And step 26, again, very similar fashion to what we did with the rear shocks. We take our front shocks and our springs, which are the only ones we got left, the V5 component, which is the shock like an end cap if you like, and we got the preload, and I've got them all out, so I'm going to put them all in for the moment. It says put all sort of V4 and V6 in. I'm just going to put them all on there like I did before, and we'll adjust the car once it's on its chassis. So take the spring, pull it forward, make sure you get this the right way around so it sits over the shoulder, let go of the spring. Okay, spring, pull the spring, put the V5 on, sits over the shoulder, let go of the spring, and like we did before, we're going to pop thin, medium and thick for the preloads, and then we'll adjust the car once it's on the chassis. So thin, medium and thick. And there you have step 26 complete. They look lovely and smooth, I'll tell you that, lovely and smooth. Moving on to step 27, got to put the shocks that we just built onto the front axle, very similar to what we did with the rear, and it will be looking something like this, like we did with the rear, except for the front. And the same procedures, we got the BB3s ×4, which are the 3x25mm machine screws. We've got these 3mm flange nuts, 4 of those. Those lovely damper collars, the BB12s ×4, the machining of those, they're absolutely wonderful, unbelievable. We also need the D3, which are the little spacer parts that were on the blue, and we need our shocks as well. And it's a case of doing exactly the same as we did before, collecting the last hole and using the collar. So this bolt goes through, collar goes on, the D3 goes on, and then we pop that through and collect with the flange nut on the other side. So there we go. I'm going to turn this upside down so you can see that I'm collecting with the flange nut on the other side. There we go. Do the same again on the other one. Through, collar, D3, flange nut ready. And then collect the top one, similar fashion, screw, collar, upright, then again, and then tighten it down. And there you have step 27 completed.